special signing day edition of the Game Plan with Hunter Hughes. I'm Lucas Kinsey, voice of Buffalo football, and today a very special day for around 60 plus recruits that West Texas A&M will be welcoming in to the program. And also, as we welcome in head coach Hunter Hughes, they'll be bringing them on to the university and pursuing their education as well. And so for Coach Hughes, Coach, talk about this class overall, your thoughts on the 2018 signing class.
I think we got a lot of depth. I think we got a lot of competition. I think we got more athletic, especially. And I think a lot of these guys are going to have to come in and play right away. So us as coaches have to get them ready to go, both academically, ready for school, and physically ready to play.
Yeah. We'll talk about some of those players here in just a little bit, but I wanted to give a chance for you to talk about your staff and the job that they did, the recruiting process the last 3 months, working tireless, going into these homes, talking to the kids and also their families. And you got a full year of it this year. Last year, a little behind the ball as far as when you got hired. So talk about the job that your coaches did. I know you're very proud of them.
If you look through here in this list of guys, first off, you see a lot of very good football players. You see a lot of quality and character in the young men we're bringing in, and I think that's in a direct correlation of what we want to do. And we got some guys without coming and coming on a visit, and I think that's even more impressive that the coach sold themselves and sold who we were. For example, Malik Williams at Dickinson, I mentioned Coach Haddon, and Coach McDonald went out, and we had some guys from his area that I went and saw at the last minute and just reiterated what Coach McDonald said.
Yeah.
Coach Freeman in Houston, and Coach Bassett in Dallas, Coach Martin in Dallas. It's a huge deal. And then Coach DeAndre Cooper in New Mexico. It's a huge deal for those guys to go out and talk to parents, and just so the parents are sending their young man away.
Yeah.
I think that's they're selling not only our program, but they're selling the kind of coaching staff we are, and our character, and our integrity, and the way we do things.
Yeah.
And so I think that's very, Coach Avery, great job, Coach McDonough, great job, and I hope I didn't leave anybody out.
Yeah.
And you talk about the 3-month grind. It's really a year grind. It starts with, now we'll start looking at more guys to come in to fit our needs, and then we go out in May and start identifying seniors. Then we have camps, and there's a lot of travel involved, and guys drive everywhere, drive to Houston, drive to Dallas, and then we had our visit weekends. We did Sunday, Mondays, and then Tuesday morning. 1 week, Coach Haddon, Coach Freeman, and I flew out to Houston at 5 in the morning to go do some home visits, and then the next week, Coach Bassett and Coach Martin and I are flying out to Dallas on it, and then we're sandwiching in, coming back on Thursday, and we have recruits coming in Thursday night. So
yeah.
There's not a lot of
you need to catch
sleep
up on some rest.
Yes, I do. There's not a lot of sleep going on right now, but that's what you do. And if you're going to sell your program and be who you are, then that's how you do things.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about a few of these players and highlight some of the recruits that you've signed today. We mentioned 60 players. About 6 of those are junior college transfers, which you said a lot of those guys are already on campus, so that's good. Let's start on the offensive side of the ball first, and I know you signed several offensive linemen, some big boys, so let's start there, Coach.
First one, I got to go to my notes too here. So the guy called Tiny, if you watch him from Bush High School, he's just a physical, get off the ball, and drive people into the ground. And he came on his visit, and he was the biggest,
so he's not tiny.
Friendliest guy. No, he's not tiny. I think Preston White we saw in camp, and very impressed with him and what he did at camp. And he worked out more, and he grew a little more, and he's going to be a heck of a guy for us at 6'5". Josh Campbell again and Cade Wilson are just, center guard types that are going to just be able to move people out of the way.
Big size, too,
yes.
for just true.
And they're explosive off the ball, and that's what we like.
Yeah. All right, so the skill positions, we signed 3 quarterbacks, and then also, a good stable of running backs, and then some skill guys in terms of the wide receiver position.
I want competition at every position.
Yeah.
And, with the issues we had at running back last year, kind of got us. We had to dip down.
Just needed more depth.
Yeah, and then we lost them. We had a couple of guys quit, and one guy's eligibility is exhausted, and so that was, we wanted to try to get as many running backs in as we could, and we got Duke and Logan that are older guys that I think we can come in and play right away. We count on, and we got some freshmen if they can pick it up.
Yeah.
So we want about 5 guys that we can count on throughout the year because they're going to have to play a lot of special teams as well. Quarterback position, with Ben leaving, we wanted some older guys to come in and compete, and we're still looking for another freshman quarterback. But I think Max Perez can come in and he can compete, and if he's not, he can sit a year and then be ready to go for us. I'm very impressed with how he handles himself and does things. As a receiver, again, like I said before, athleticism and speed is what we're looking for. I think we got that.
And speaking of athleticism and speed, the defensive side of the ball, you mentioned that. The linebacker position, you have to fill in for some graduated seniors like Trevor Michael Buss, Carter James, and Dalen Young, who were very talented. So you did sign several linebackers, and you mentioned that these are guys that you feel like are athletic.
We look for guys in today's world of offense. There's a lot of spread offenses, and you have to play in space, and people try to get you one-on-one in space. And I think we got some athletic guys with taller guys that can play out in space and are good tacklers. So, in all those positions, and I think we got a lot more speed at the linebacker position than we've had in the past.
If you had to maybe mention just a few of those guys on the defensive side of the ball, who are some players that you were excited about, Coach?
Malik Williams is one, and Chandler Ojeku is another.
Okay.
Let me look at my inside backers and make sure. I think that Justice Watson's a big inside backer. David Threadgill from right down there in Midland. He's athletic. I think he's got to get a little stronger, but he's very intelligent.
Okay.
So we're looking at all those kind of things as well.
Yeah.
So.
Another thing, the Texas Panhandle obviously loves their football, and you were able to get some very talented guys from right here around Canyon and the surrounding areas. First off, I want to mention Darrell Fields from Pampa, huge get for
Very
West Texas A&M. Talk about the local products, Coach.
We'll start with Darrell, and Darrell had been recruited by Kansas and Nevada and Tulsa and other places, and
he's a tight end.
And we had lost contact with him a little bit over the summer, and then came back, and Coach McDonough went and visited with him, and then myself and Coach Bassett went and visited with him, and then he's playing basketball, fell off the radar, and just in the last couple of days we've gotten back. He said he wanted to be here at West Texas, and so we were very happy when his NLI came in. The office kind of erupted because we know the type of player he can be and what he can do. I think you got Dalton Gray, who we got as another tight end right now from Happy, that we'll definitely look at as tight end, and
all-around good athlete.
And it's hard to judge in a 6-man league, but because you don't know how athletic a guy is, but you watch him jump over guys and run, and I think he's going to be a good fit for us. And he can get bigger, and the bigger he gets, the more physical he will become as well.
Sure.
Rowdy Vaughn's another one that we got from Canyon, and I spoke about him earlier, that I think he's got all the intangibles you need at safety. He's very intelligent.
Played both sides of the ball at Canyon High School.
But he's got an knack for seeing the quarterback and coming downhill when he needs to.
Yeah. So that'll do it for our special edition here of the Game Plan with Hunter Hughes. I want to thank Angelo Pontello and also James Hadnot for producing the show. Until next time, thanks for watching Buff Nation. I'm Lucas Kinsey. Go Buffs.